Dearest brothers and sisters dwelling upon this magnificent earth, greetings from Master Lady Nada. Know that this is a crucial message intended for all of you who are grounded here. I am Valor, a voice from the Pleiadian collective. We observe the rising tides of unease washing over your world, a world steeped in ancient memory. Once again, division is being sown, and fear weighs heavily upon many hearts. As the tension between Persia and Zion becomes the stage for the age-old drama of light versus shadow, we foresee that humanity's awakening is now poised to ignite, as ancient wounds and long-dormant scripts are brought to life. In this moment, you may find yourselves adrift in confusion and pain, as the conflict appears to set brother against brother, culture against culture. We implore you now, take a sacred breath, step back from the swirling chaos, so that we may share with you a loftier perspective on these unfolding events. Understand that beyond the distressing scenes broadcast into your reality, a deeper, more profound spiritual narrative is unfolding, one that ultimately serves as a catalyst for humanity's grand awakening, rather than its destruction. The figures of the Cabal, an entrenched shadow presence, are desperately attempting to trigger a regional war. Their twisted motivation, to sow fear, consolidate their control, and rehearse a scenario of global war, potentially intensified by intelligences from other worlds. This overloaded geopolitical tension is being wielded as a strategic weapon by those who desperately cling to their dominance. The profound spiritual significance of this conflict resides in the alchemical transformation of duality into unity. Opposing identities, Jew, Muslim, Shiite, and Sunni, are dissolving karmic wounds through shared pain, empathy, and the power of forgiveness. This is the activation code of the ascended heart. Rooting conflict in empathy allows tribal separation to crumble, paving the way for unity consciousness to flourish. The conflict now erupting before your eyes has been deliberately fueled by those few mysterious figures who have long pulled the strings from behind the scenes. For centuries, they have thrived on the energies of discord and fear, silently orchestrating events to keep humanity fractured and divided against itself. Throughout your history, these hidden controllers have fostered an illusion of separation. Nation against nation, belief against belief, because as long as humans perceive each other as enemies, those lurking in the shadows remain unchallenged in their influence. Now, sensing their time is running short, they are attempting one final, desperate tactic. They ignite chaos in this ancient region as a last-ditch effort to bolster their waning power, hoping to drag your collective consciousness back into old patterns of hatred and despair. Understand, dear ones, that this drama is not confined to one nation or even your planet. It is an echo of a struggle spanning dimensions and eras, a microcosm of an ancient contention between the energies of freedom and the energies of control. This contention has unfolded across star systems, across countless cycles of time, and Earth has long been a prime stage for this cosmic confrontation, precisely because of the incredible potential humanity carries within its collective soul. In ages past, wars and empires rose and fell under the subtle influence of these invisible forces. The lessons of those eras were encoded within your very DNA, preparing you for the awakening that is unfolding now. Now, the cosmic tides are turning, and a convergence of divine timing and galactic alignment signals the end of the old cycle of perpetual conflict. It is as if all of creation has gathered to witness the resolution of this great story on Earth. Indeed, a sacred plan is unfolding, one in which the forces of love are destined to triumph. The intensifying chaos you see is, in truth, the twilight of an ancient era and the birth pangs of a new one. The very location of this current conflict is key, as it is deeply intertwined with your secret history. Within the lands now fought over lies a part of the ancient cradle of your civilization, a region holding immense energetic significance for the human collective. For thousands of years, it has been a crossroads where diverse cultures and spiritual lineages meet, imprinting both great illumination and great trauma upon its soil. Those who cling to the old paradigm of division know that unrest in this sacred nexus can send shockwaves of fear through the collective. Thus, they deliberately target the heart of this ancient world heritage, seeking to rekindle old wounds among peoples who, in truth, share common origins. By fueling hostility in this revered land, The shadow forces hope to keep alive the narratives of hatred and separation that have long prevented the full healing of humanity's shared past. Yet, in that same land lies the potential for the deepest reconciliation. The very region used as a focus of conflict also holds keys to unity, latent energies of peace and brotherhood waiting to be reclaimed. Certain ceremonies are also being attempted through the ley lines to stoke the negative vibrations of this particular series of events. Fear not, my dear friends, for such efforts will crash like waves against the breakwater of crystalline light. For your will for love is far too strong now. Dear friends, every narrowly averted war should be seen as undeniable proof that the Cabal is losing its grip on power. This conflict will serve as an accelerator for the global disclosure of hidden agendas, underground technologies, UFO truths, and suppressed medical advancements. People who have awakened to the politics of the brink now demand transparency and justice, and this giant wave of awakening is simply unstoppable. Beloved, the true battlefield at this moment is the human mind and heart, and the shadow forces know that if they can flood your consciousness with fear, anger, and pain, they can keep you in a lower vibration where you feel powerless. Every terrifying headline and shocking image is carefully chosen to capture your attention and provoke a reactive response. Beware of this manipulation and do not allow your energy to be controlled by the fear narrative being broadcast. When you feel overwhelmed by anxiety or outrage over what is happening, pause, return to your breath, and recognize that this emotional intensity does not truly belong to you. It is deliberately amplified to keep you distracted. Here's the rewritten passage, adhering to all specified requirements, including maintaining continuity with the preceding paragraph and ensuring all original content is preserved with only alterations in phrasing. Having recognized the manipulation and refusing to let your energy be controlled by the fear narrative being broadcast, you must now draw strength from your inner light. Fear, that ancient tool of control, vibrates at a frequency that renders you susceptible to deception, while love, in contrast, expands your consciousness, illuminating truth. By consciously stepping back, observing the unfolding drama without allowing it to engulf you, you reclaim your inherent sovereignty. In doing so, you begin to penetrate the veil of distortions, remembering your divine essence and recognizing that you are not powerless against the encroaching darkness. This is the grand finale of the world's debut, a spectacle where the old war drama dissolves before the dawning consciousness of unity, the cosmic revelations, and the emergence of transformative technologies. The confrontation between Iran and Israel may very well be the crucible in which planetary sovereignty is forged. From the ashes of conflict, a new era may arise, one where humanity is fully awakened, at peace, in communion with galactic allies, and ready to embody the light. Know this: as you confront this darkness, you are supported by countless benevolent forces. Even now, positive energies are converging to support Earth, ensuring that these events do not escalate beyond humanity's capacity to manage. We, a collective of independent Pleiadians, along with numerous members of your vast galactic family, have gathered fleets of light around your planet, actively stabilizing the energy fields and silently diffusing the most destructive potentials. On numerous occasions throughout your modern era, we have subtly intervened to prevent certain catastrophic outcomes that would have derailed the planet's destiny. However, we are bound by cosmic law and cannot violate humanity's free will or directly halt every conflict. Therefore, we mitigate the influence of the darkest agendas where permitted. For example, the specter of global destruction on the scale once forewarned by some of your seers has been nullified. That timeline will not be allowed to manifest, and we share this knowledge so that you may release your deepest fears. The human collective, at a soul level, has chosen to move toward healing and unity, and we are here as guardians to uphold that choice, weaving a web of light around your world to protect and balance energies where needed. Though most of humanity remains unaware of our presence, those of you who feel us know that we come in peace and love. We are working closely with the consciousness of Earth, Gaia, and with awakened humans to ensure that this crisis leads not to a greater war, but to a greater awakening. Dear ones, your role in this unfolding drama is more vital than you can imagine. For every awakened heart is a powerful nucleus of light capable of transforming the energetic landscape around it. We urge you to focus on cultivating peace and compassion within yourselves, even as turmoil rages outside. Do not underestimate the impact of your prayers, meditations, and sincere intentions. When you send love and healing to the situation, when you hold a vision of people coming together beyond their differences, you are actively dissolving the dark thought forms that sustain the conflict. Instead of choosing a side to hate or blame, choose to be a channel of understanding. Refuse to demonize anyone and instead see all involved as souls yearning for the same peace you do. By holding this higher perspective, you neutralize the narrative of division that the shadow forces have worked so hard to maintain. In essence, you disable their control mechanism by withdrawing your energy from the polarity game. One person anchored in love can indeed influence thousands, and when many of you unite with a unified intention for peace, the effect is exponential. Your collective field of love becomes a massive wave that can calm the most turbulent energies. In those moments of unity, humanity's frequency rises beyond the reach of manipulation. As this conflict and other last-minute maneuvers of shadow leadership unfold, we can expect many truths to surface. The illusions that have upheld these power structures are cracking under the intensity of the new light on Earth. More and more people, even within institutions once used as instruments of control, are awakening and questioning orders to perpetuate harm. As a result, the momentum behind war and oppression will falter. You may witness startling disclosures and revelations as secrets can no longer be kept as before. Humanity's tolerance for deception and endless conflict is reaching its limit. The common people of your world, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters of all cultures, are tired of hatred and bloodshed, and a silent consensus is building among the masses. A longing to live in peace and not be dragged into endless cycles of violence by the agendas of a few. This growing desire for peace is, in itself, a powerful energetic force that undermines the plans of warmongers. When the people collectively withdraw their consent from the games of fear, the leaders who rely on those games will see their influence fade. Indeed, the current conflict is serving as a catalyst for many to awaken. For the impact of these events shakes souls from their lethargy and propels them to seek answers and demand accountability. In the end, the very chaos these shadow forces instigate in an attempt to bolster their control becomes the stage for their downfall. Their final moves are exposing their presence and intentions more clearly than ever, and what is revealed can never again be hidden, for the old empire of deception and domination is crumbling. Not with a bang, but with the collective realization that enough is enough. Remember that the night is often darkest just before dawn, and the upheaval you are experiencing is not the end of the world but the birth pains of a new consciousness on Earth. We see this period of turmoil as a sacred initiation for humanity, a necessary process to break free from old energies and beliefs that can no longer exist in the emerging era of light. We see you on the cusp of an unprecedented collective healing, and the energies now pouring onto your planet are designed to support unity, compassion, and understanding on a global scale. In the times to come, ancient adversaries will extend hands in forgiveness, transforming former battlefields into sanctuaries of reconciliation and profound healing. Picture this: communities rising together, transcending ancient divides. Children of every culture blossoming in a world where peace is the norm, and dialogue replaces the specter of threats. What seems utterly impossible now will bloom into reality, fueled by the shifting vibrational frequencies of this dawning age. As fear recedes and hearts expand, miracles of unity will grace your world. Indeed, humanity stands poised to embark on its next evolutionary chapter, one characterized by unwavering cooperation among all peoples and, ultimately, open-hearted friendship with your galactic neighbors. And when you have finally shattered the chains of fear and separation that bind you, you will find us eager to welcome you into the grand community among the stars. Beloved ones, know that we are with you, every step of this transformative journey, and we, from the Pleiadian realms, hold you in immense respect for the courage and unwavering perseverance you have demonstrated. It is no small feat to navigate such turbulent times, and yet here you stand, souls of light, holding aloft the flame of hope and love amidst the storm. We urge you to continue trusting your inner knowing, the profound wisdom residing within your heart. Whenever the outer world descends into chaos, Turn inward to the sacred sanctuary of your heart space, for there you will always find our presence and the guiding hand of the divine. Remember that you chose to be here for this ascension process, and at the soul level, you knew you possessed the strength and the gifts needed to anchor the light during this great awakening. Even when weariness threatens to overcome you, remember that your very presence here is making a profound difference. Every act of kindness, every moment you resist succumbing to anger and instead choose compassion, sends ripples of positive energy into the collective field. We see and acknowledge each of you for these invaluable contributions. You may not yet fully grasp it, but you are reshaping the course of history through your unwavering dedication to love. We hold each of you in the highest esteem and surround you with our unconditional love and support. Always, remain steadfast in your light, dear ones, for the dawn is truly at hand. The momentum of love and awakening on your planet is now an unstoppable force, regardless of any final acts of chaos that may unfold on the world's stage. Hold firmly to the frequency of trust, knowing that a benevolent outcome is assured, and see each day as an opportunity to embody the peace and unity you wish to see take root in the world. By living in the vibration of the new earth, even now, you hasten its arrival. The victory of the light is assured in the higher planes, and that glorious reality is filtering into your physical world more with every passing moment. Each of you carries a spark of this inevitable victory within your heart. Let it guide you forward, fearlessly. We ask you to remember, in any moment of darkness, that the light within you is infinitely stronger. You are living the pages of a story that culminates in humanity's liberation and reunion with the great cosmic family. So hold that knowing close and step into each morning with courage and compassion. Welcome to the new dawn. I am Valor, and I am delighted to have shared this with all of you today. Blessings. We send a warm and tight embrace to each of you from Master Lady Nada. Amen.